Ever hear the tragedy of Darth Vader's wife?
No, I thought not. I thought not.
Ever hear the tragedy of
Master Windu?
No, I thought not. I thought not.
Do it. Do it. Now, do it.
Hello again everyone, and thank you for clicking on my video. I've got to show the love for everyone following, subscribing, liking, commenting. I really do appreciate every one of you, and I love the community that we're building. Remember, if you're in TikTok and you've not been over to the YouTube, pop over and say hello. And if you're on YouTube and you've not visited the TikTok, do the same there. So what are we here to talk about today? Well, it's the aftermath of Star Wars Celebration, and during Celebration we saw a trailer for Star Wars Jedi Survivor, the follow-up to the popular Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, featuring young Cal Kestis, who we all love, and the trailer was really good. If you've not seen it, please go and watch it right now. Have you seen it? Great. Okay, so the trailer gave us some snippets, a bit of a tease on what's going to happen, and we're not going to break down the whole thing. We're going to focus on one element: the tank, the bacta tank. Who's in the bacta tank? I have seen a lot of theories online, a lot of them good, but a lot of them quite fantastical at the same time. I think a lot of these theories are forgetting about one character that would make sense, that he is a survivor, and I believe has a lot of similarities with whoever is in this tank. So the theories I have seen so far are it is Starkiller / Galen Marek, who, as we all know, played by Sam Witwer, is the protagonist of The Force Unleashed, and Starkiller is a fan favourite. That I would love Starkiller to come back. He was Vader's secret apprentice that came on and was a martyr to start the rebellion. However, this was decanonised when Disney took over, and since then people have been trying to get a way for him to come back into canon. I just don't think that there's a way to bring Starkiller back and do his character justice besides doing a Force Unleashed 3 that is a Legends title. So that's the only way that I could see Starkiller coming back. I don't believe it's Starkiller in the tank. Okay, so the next theory I've seen, and the most popular one at the moment, is Darth Revan. Everyone's favourite from the Knights of the Old Republic games. He looks cool. Darth Revan is obviously going to feature prominently, I would assume, in the upcoming remake of Knights of the Old Republic. So it would make sense to introduce him here as the theory goes, and yeah, there's Darth Revan. My gripe with that is, a Sith as big as Revan couldn't just suddenly pop back up during the era that we're in just now in Jedi Survivor without Vader, the Emperor, even the Inquisitors at the time sensing him, knowing he was there. I can't see Revan just popping up and staying to a small corner of the galaxy and battling with Cal, or pretending that he is a Jedi so that Cal listens to him. I can't buy it. I think it's just too much for this title. Revan, it wouldn't do him justice just having him hiding away in, say, the base that he's in, if this is a base, or the ship. I can't see it being Revan. So next up, the other theory that I have seen is that it's a clone of Anakin. Now, while cloning is popular in the Star Wars universe, as we've seen, the Emperor's a big fan of it, bringing himself back in Rise of Skywalker and all that, and plus creating a whole army based off the DNA from Jango Fett. So Anakin being cloned would make sense. Have himself a backup, hide it away. There are some qualities to this theory that I could see happening, but I don't see the Emperor cloning Anakin, because if that clone went AWOL, then he could mess up the Emperor. Because as we've seen with the Emperor, they can clone Force powers, and if he cloned Anakin, then, you know, he could end up stronger than the Emperor before he's got a chance to put him in the suit. So I don't see it as a clone at all, and the reason is that the mask that the person in the tank has on is a breathing apparatus. If you look at all the clone tanks we've seen so far in Star Wars, the clones don't have breathing apparatus on. The only times that we've seen this is when someone is in a bacta tank to help them breathe, like when Luke was in one in Empire Strikes Back. We had a a mask on him. So I don't think this is a clone. I also don't think this is Darth Revan surviving till now, because, as I said, it's too big a character to waste on just Cal. If this was set after Return of the Jedi, once Darth Vader and the Emperor, well, besides the Emperor's clone, was away, I could see Darth Revan then, because there is no obvious threat to him, besides maybe like the Knights of Ren and wild space places potentially having Force users. But again, Darth Revan wouldn't be able to appear at the time of the Emperor and Vader and just be happy, just, you know, I'm not going to go and see what these guys are up to. I'm just going to stay here with this recently restored Padawan powered Jedi Cal. So I can't see it being Revan. Who I think it is, and who it looks similar to, and people are just ignoring the fact, is Targon Malachus from the original Jedi Fallen Order. He was a fallen Jedi that Cal came across a few times, and he tried to convince Cal to join the dark side, and at the end you had to fight him with one of the Night Sisters, and he got buried under stones. He get buried alive, basically. So we never seen a funeral pyre, we never seen an on-screen death, and you know the rules with on-screen death. And I think that he's an interesting enough character that we could get more out of. And seeing him in this tank, you can see scars across his chest, which look very much like the Night Brother tattoos, skin scarring that he had across his chest in the original game. So unfortunately, while the other three, the Anakin clone, Darth Revan and Starkiller, may be much more exciting to think about, we've got to remember that Fallen Order started creating its own corner of the universe. While it did cross over onto main events happening, you've got to remember that it wants to solidify its characters while it goes. And if you can't remember them being in the original game, go back and play it. We've got plenty of time. It's not next year till it's out. I don't see it being Revan for the reasons explained. I don't see it being an Anakin clone, because the Emperor wouldn't do that. And Starkiller, I think the ship has sailed, unfortunately, all my Force Unleashed fans out there. So who do you think's in the tank? Do you think it's the three that are the main rumours going about, or do you agree with me? It's one of Fallen Order's own, being the fallen Jedi that tried to convert Cal to the dark side. For me, that's the one it's going to be. Could be someone else. It could even be someone from the High Republic, although I enjoy the High Republic and I can't pick out one character it could be. Let me know your theory. Do you agree with me? Do you think it's someone else? And if you think it's someone else, who is that? But anyway, my friends, fellow rebels, thanks for watching, and may the Force be with you always.
Do it. Do it. Now, do it. Do it. The Jedi are taking over!